great cars, great tech, great phones. It's the American dream, right?
So I wanted to explore a little bit more what you said that we are fast adopters. What makes you think? I mean, you have a nice database of
Yes.
within your company of 4 million users, so
Yes.
you can back up that statement. What makes you think that we are fast adopters?
Yeah. So when we started collecting, we go through the most military grade security to make sure that all database is as protected as possible within AWS and so forth. But when we started, most people just had not smartphones. Now, 98% of our 4.3 plus million registered users have a smartphone. Now, it has been shifting. It used to be 80% Android, 18% app, Apple, and then like 2% BlackBerry or something like that, right? But now the iPhones are starting to catch up. Now it's like 60-40. Why? It's not that they don't like iPhones, but until very recently, I'm talking about the last 3 years or so, you needed a social security number. You could only get an iPhone if you actually had a plan.
True.
Without a plan, you couldn't have an iPhone. But now you can actually do it through, you can buy your phone outright, and now you can connect it through pay as you go and still have. So we've seen a huge increase in iPhone adoption. Now, for the longest time, they couldn't download apps because to download apps, you need to have a debit card or credit card into it. I mean, things that we don't think about, right? Now, there's some applications now over the last couple of years that Apple has relaxed a little bit their policy. So now people are able to, if it's a free app, why should you have to have a debit card or a credit card in there? So you begin to see that you can actually do it. So, but to my point is that people like to have their phones. Like we can go into lower, LMI communities, right? Low to middle income communities, and we see great cars, great tech, great phones. It's the American dream, right?
You see the Mexican fellow, I think that is Mexican, that he has a Cybertruck that he designed it to actually be
his work truck, right?
His work
truck. Yes.
I will tell you, as I drive around the Cybertruck, I get the biggest smiles and the biggest thumbs up from all of the workers that are in their work trucks, Mexicanos, Latinos. They're all like in amazement. They're like, oh yeah, that's the truck that I want. And that's that. They probably seen the TikTok guy out there where he's like,
it's aspirational.
It is.
Look, man, like I that's the thing that I don't understand. And Mando, you can, testify to what I'm about to say. In Mexico or Latin America, we may be working longer hours, but towards the end of the day, I'm not talking about Friday. It can be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're like, hey, let's go have a little drink. Hey, everybody, like we're happy people. Here, it can be a Friday. Hey, let's go out. I'm tired. I'm TGIF, I'm tired. We are aspirational people.
It was Tuesday, Monday, and Monday was like when I was in college. It's like, and even after I finished college, we will just go to, there is a chain called Sanborns.
Yes.
And it's not used anymore like it was before, but they literally was like our 24/7 sometimes, and you can stay there and just get some coffee, and we will stay there just chatting, trying to resolve humanity issues with my friends. But yes, I agree.
Yes.
And then you know what, I can vouch, because when Mando and his family took us around in Mexico, I'm like, hey Mando, like, you guys are taking us everywhere. We're like going multiple restaurants a day and things like, is this okay? He's like, oh yeah, this is what we always do whenever I'm in town. We're always going here, there, driving around the city. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. We had so much fun, I'm telling you, but that's a lot of the culture. And that's what a lot of people love about, Mexicans and Latino culture also, that we're very happy, very joyful, family oriented. We like to have fun. So that's one of the things that, I had so much fun when we went to Mexico.
And also, an interesting thing there is that we're not political, to be honest. We have been in tech and all of that, but it just happens that sometimes it meets politics, because it's the amount of people that we are trying to help. It's just it meets. We were in Mexico City and we didn't know what was happening. I told Eric, hey, we should go to this restaurant called El Cardenal, which is a very famous. Everybody kind of
Yes.
knows that restaurant. But I said, you know what? We need to go to this El Zócalo because obviously you can see
Right.
kind of everything there and all of that. Yeah, yeah, sure. And they were like him and his wife like, yeah, let's do it. We didn't do any research or anything. We just started driving
We
from the
showed up.
airport.
From the airport.
From the airport,
With your
literally, we
luggage
just
still?
yeah. We just were no, but that's not
Wow.
even the thing. What happened that day? It was when the rally for Claudia Sheinbaum was
Oh
happening.
my
Yeah.
goodness. Hundreds of thousands of people, I'm sure.
I'm not kidding. It was probably in the ranges probably of millions.
Yeah.
That moment we saw that lady will win. Like
Yes.
we knew that she was
There's
the
so
president.
much support there. Yeah, we're like, what's going on? Who's this shine bomb? And it turns out, right, first female president of Mexico,
Yes.
La Presidenta. She made it several months later. So we're like,
Proper
we were there.
PhD in
Amazing.
STEM, part of a
Amazing.
group that was awarded a Nobel Prize
Nobel
laureate. I
Prize.
mean, gosh, man, it's like, yeah,
Then it's very tough because over there, middle class they don't like her, right? They were rooting for Xochitl, and for me, that right now I'm living over here, I see a little more unbiased, right? For me, it's like, guys, it's like it's a winning, even if it's Xochitl or Claudia, independently of the ideas, right? So because we will
yeah,
have a female president.
absolutely. And look, what I find into this upper middle class in Mexico, same issue that we're having in the United States, right? To the privileged, equality feels like oppression, but it is not. And what I mean by this is that, as there's been a movement of taking people out of extreme poverty into poverty and hopefully a little bit higher, and then suddenly people that have it is like they're uncomfortable. To the privileged, equality feels like oppression. When we're talking suddenly here, women getting better pay, it's like, why? Some men like, why? Gosh, guys, like, we are privileged. We need to recognize our privilege in order for us to really understand, civil rights and social movement, right? So I think that's what's happening to Mexico, but I think that it's a good chaos for a society to get rebuilt with better norms.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We love to hear from you. Let us know what you thought about this episode. If you have any questions for Raul, drop them in the comments and we'll get them answered. If you haven't watched our viral Bitcoin all-time high meme remix, go check it out on our channel. It's got lots of hits. I think that's all we've got for today. Dale.
Peace.